In the world of retail, competition is cutthroat.
There's a jungle out there, and it's dangerous.
These entrepreneurs have big ambitions.
My dream is to see an Incredipop in every home in America.
So they've come to our investor and his team of experts for help.
I think she can take this retail opportunity and rock it.
They'll get quizzed by real consumers.
Why is this better than regular cookie dough?
And get feedback.
It's real pricey.
It just looks too generic.
And in the end, Joe and Joe alone decides if they will receive the backing of Hatched Business Solutions.
I think you have so much to offer, kid.
And a chance to change their lives forever. This week, a mom entrepreneur who's ready to hatch.
She gave birth and she came back. If that's not an entrepreneur, I don't know what is.
She's created an edible cookie dough.
It's a whimsical, nostalgic treat.
Will she win over the consumers?
For all you ladies out there who just got dumped, this is your product right here.
Or will this tough cookie crumble?
Here's the decision.
Our investor, Joe, has brought together his experts. Freddie Cameron is a retail expert with over 16 years of experience, responsible for over $2 billion in product sales. And Nicole Lappin is a New York Times best-selling author and one of the nation's top financial experts, anchoring financial news on CNBC, CNN, and Bloomberg.
All right, guys, we have one of my favorite product categories today, desserts.
You hungry, Joe?
I'm always hungry.
And it's a growing category, of course, in big box retailers.
Absolutely.
More. You guys ready to meet our entrepreneurs?
I'm ready.
Bring them in.
Mom entrepreneur Rana is seeking financial backing to expand her edible cookie dough into a national brand.
How are you, ladies?
Wonderful. We're excited to be here. My name is Rana, and I am the creator of Edible, which is a ready-to-eat cookie dough made with the finest ingredients and, most importantly, no eggs and heat-treated flour, so it's completely safe to eat raw. It's a whimsical, nostalgic treat.
Ooh.
Yum.
Nice.
This is my sister, Shane.
Hello.
And she's here today because I'm due today. And Shane will be my stand-in because I may not be able to make it to retail day.
Wow, did she say she is due today? Now that is dedication.
Anybody standing in front of me on the day that they're due to drop a little kid is definitely passionate about their product. And kudos to you for being here to support your sister.
Absolutely.
That's great.
I don't have the brains behind any of the culinary aspect of anything, but I am the professional taste tester.
How do you get that job?
By being a very lucky little sister.
My sister is my biggest fan, my best taste tester, so I'm so lucky to be able to have her here.
How did you come up with this idea?
Millions of cases of cookie dough were recalled in 2009 because people were getting sick and hospitalized from salmonella. They were eating the ready-to-bake cookie dough.
Okay.
And there was no ready-to-eat cookie dough. That's when I realized, wow, it's not just me that eats the raw cookie dough. And with my culinary background, I came up with edible, ready-to-eat cookie dough.
And just to be clear, you cannot bake this.
Correct.
It's only to be eaten with a spoon.
Yeah, or your finger.
And how many flavors do you have?
We have 10 flavors online, and we're going to retail with our top 4.
What are the top 4?
Chocolate chip off the old block is the classic chocolate chip. Then we have our birthday bash, which is a sugar cookie dough with rainbow sprinkles. Our cookies and dream is our chocolate cookie dough. And then lastly, Craven oatmeal raisin.
I think you might be spending a lot of time on extra flavors that might not sell as well. Because I would think that people would really just want the chocolate chip cookie dough.
The traditional one.
They think if you really nail the one flavor,
Establish a brand.
and then you can start looking at the other flavors.
Too many entrepreneurs bite off more than they can chew. First, Rana has to perfect one flavor before moving on to something else.
Can we taste it?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll try this one. This is really good.
I love it.
As a matter of fact, I don't like the taste. I'm falling in love with it. So,
Ooh.
Great job.
Thank you.
so here it comes. What do you want from us?
I want an investment to be able to take me from a very local artisanal brand to become that premium national brand of cookie dough.
Where do you sell this product now?
Mostly online.
How long have you been out on the internet?
My husband and I launched the company in November 2013, and we were both working full-time, and we realized this isn't gonna grow just doing it on the weekends. I quit my job last year, and it was a very tough decision. We had a mortgage and a baby, and little did we know we were also pregnant again. And I started the business full-time. I do everything from making the product, packaging, and labeling to customer service emails on a regular basis.
You're an ultimate scrappy entrepreneur.
Yes.
What are your annual sales on this product?
This year, we are on track to do about $500,000 in revenue.
Some pretty impressive numbers. I mean, you have my attention right now.
How much are you hoping to retail it for?
So for one 10-ounce container, we retail it for $7.99.
Your price is a little high, so maybe you keep the price, but maybe you make it a little bit bigger. Or maybe it's a box of 5 or 4.
Consumers go to big box retailers because they want more bang for their buck. Having a multi-pack is a good strategy for success.
But your package is great, but I don't want consumers to think that they can just make cookies with it. Because I'm sure if they try that, it might not even taste like a cookie. So maybe you put that somewhere, intended to eat only, not to make into a cookie. However you want to word it.
I would consider putting a do not bake or not for baking or I'd have to come up with some fun way of saying it so it's not so bossy.
All right, ladies, so the next step is tomorrow, we are setting you up with a retail challenge. Right here, we're turning this into our hatched pop-up store. That's where you're gonna be able to interact with consumers and pitch your product. I don't know if your water will break while you're doing it.
I hope not.
She'll take over for me.
I'll get it from there.
We're really looking forward to hearing consumer feedback, and that's gonna help Joe make his final decision. So good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for the retail experience where I get to interact with the customer and introduce something to them that they may have never tried before.
Coming up, Shane feels the heat.
I am by myself with the fate of her company in my hands.
But will the consumers think this cookie dough is half-baked?
I think that's way overpriced.
Rana hopes to turn her edible cookie dough into a national brand. She got a ton of advice from our experts.
Your price is a little high.
But before Joe decides if he's going to financially back her, he needs to hear from potential consumers. So today, Edible will be pitched to over 100 consumers who will give their feedback in a survey, which will be analyzed closely by our experts, Nicole and Freddie, before Joe makes his final decision.
So as you can see here, Rana is not here today. She had a baby girl last night, so I am taking care of her baby here today.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be there with you today. Thank you so much for being there and doing the demos and introducing Edible to everyone.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome to Edible. This is our ready-to-eat, only for eating, not for baking cookie dough. So it is made with premium natural organic ingredients and no raw egg, no raw flour.
Oh, that's
yes,
how you can eat it.
Exactly.
I really like this idea.
I love cookie dough.
I like cookie dough myself. My wife loves cookie dough.
For all you ladies out there who just got dumped, this is your product right here.
Who didn't grow up sneaking raw cookie dough out of their mom's mixing bowl? Well, now, thanks to Rana, we can all indulge without getting sick.
My mom always said, don't eat too much, because you'll probably get sick. My mom's like, don't eat that, it's bad for you.
You're not even supposed to eat cookie dough.
Exactly.
So this is awesome.
You don't have to worry even a tiny bit about getting sick.
I love the fact that it's completely safe.
There's no way you could get sick, so it's really cool, and I love cookie dough, so it's a great product.
Consumers love the idea of a cookie dough that's safe to eat. But will it live up to the taste they grew up with?
Would you like to try some edible cookie dough?
I do.
It's really good. This is amazing. It tastes just like the kind that you feel guilty eating, but you still eat it.
Exactly.
It was delicious.
Tastes amazing. I like how they're very sweet, but not too sweet, you know?
Edible is delicious.
I'm concerned that Edible might be spreading itself too thin by providing too many flavors. Let's see if our consumers agree.
How many flavors do you have?
Right here, we're featuring 4 flavors. We've got our cookies and dream, our chocolate chip off the old block, our birthday bash, and our oatmeal raisin. And we have tons more flavors online.
I really like the variety of flavors that you have.
I like that the edible cookie dough came in a lot of flavors because you got to choose from your favorites.
I'm not a one flavor person. I like to have variety in my life.
I definitely think you gotta have multiple flavors for different palates.
There is definitely a ton of pressure on me. This is my sister's company, and I look up to her immensely. So having to carry her weight on my shoulders is definitely a big challenge.
Despite Shane's nerves, Edible's packaging is a sweet success with consumers.
Edible's packaging is perfect.
I like how clean it looks.
I like the pastel colors too.
The pastel colors, thank you.
It's very simple. It looks like a delicious product before you even open it, and it's just very clean.
I think the packaging of Edible is absolutely adorable.
Consumers like the packaging, but I still think Edible needs to differentiate itself from ready-to-bake cookie dough to avoid confusion.
The packaging hit the sweet spot with consumers, but will they fork over the dough for this cookie dough?
So how much do you guys actually sell these for?
The 10-ounce will be in stores for $7.99.
I thought that the price is great, yeah.
Oh,
you thought it was a little expensive?
I thought it was a little bit expensive.
It's a little bit high.
It was a little bit too expensive.
It's like just a little bit more than I would spend.
I think that's way overpriced.
I loved it, but it was a little bit pricey.
As the retail day comes to an end, the consumers fill out their surveys and give feedback on Edible. Will the survey results be strong enough to convince our investor Joe to financially back this product?
I'm crossing my fingers and toes and eyes and everything that I possibly can cross, hoping that my sister does make it back for the decision, because I am dreading having to stand in front of the judges by myself with the fate of her company in my hands.
It's time for the Hatch Pop quiz. Approximately how many cookies will the average American consume in their lifetime? Is it A, 15,000, B, 25,000, or C, 35,000? Find out the answer when we return to Hatched. Before the break, we asked, approximately how many cookies will the average American consume in their lifetime? Is it A, 15,000, B, 25,000, or C, 35,000? The answer is C. The average American will eat approximately 35,000 cookies within their lifetime. Rana came to Hatch Business Solutions looking for an investment to launch her edible cookie dough into retail stores. Her sister, Shane, stepped up to the plate at the Retail Challenge.
This is my sister's company, so there is definitely a ton of pressure on me.
But will the consumer survey results be strong enough to help convince our investor, Joe, that this product is worthy of financial backing?
All right, guys, you remember Rana and Shane, the adorable ladies behind Edible?
Yes.
Well, Rana actually hatched. She had her baby, and now she's back. Are you ready to tell the new mom her survey results?
Bring the Queen of Passion in here.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
welcome.
Welcome
Thank you. So, if you haven't noticed, I had my baby, Emma.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was the Retail Challenge?
Shane was
Stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
So Shane took over for you because you were in the delivery room.
Otherwise engaged.
Exactly.
How'd it go, Shane?
It went really well.
She did a really good job. Thank you.
That's amazing.
So let's go into the survey results. You ready?
I'm ready.
So when we asked consumers if they liked your package, 85% said yes.
I like how clean it looks.
I like the pastel colors.
I think the packaging of Edible is absolutely adorable.
You guys are on the right track with your package, but I highly recommend you put somewhere in the front of your package that you cannot cook with the dough. It is strictly edible, and that's it.
Many people did ask if we could bake it.
So that's something that we're open to maybe adding additional clarification on the packaging.
Okay? So when it came to the consumer's feedback on your overall price point, 48% said your price was too high. That's a very disappointing number.
It's like just a little bit more than I would spend.
I loved it, but it was a little bit pricey.
That's way overpriced.
So the pricing seems like it's a bit high.
Everybody wants value in the things they buy. So from a mass retailer perspective, maybe it's creating a 4-pack. So consumers get a lot for less.
So yeah, that's definitely something that we would consider in terms of pricing.
Okay.
The most encouraging statistic from the consumers is that 85% of customers love your taste.
It's really good. This is amazing.
Edible is delicious.
So you have a great product under that hood. And so really it's just about honing the marketing behind it. And the best way to do that is to focus on the chocolate chip flavor. I think that's what's really gonna get folks. And then you can start looking at the other flavors.
So for the flavors, I would actually say most people kind of strayed away from our chocolate chip and they were more interested in the 3 other flavors.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. I would have agreed with Nicole that you should have been pumping chocolate chip cookie dough out of here like popcorn, but the consumers like the mix of the flavors. Weird
Every once
again,
in a while,
that's-
I'm wrong. It's
yeah,
crazy.
Weird again.
Crazy.
That's
I stand corrected. You know, that's why we test. A lot of times it's surprising.
Well, the bad news is I was wrong about chocolate chip being the most popular flavor. But the good news is Rana now has invaluable feedback to help her market her product.
Ladies, is there anything else you'd like to say to the panel before we make our final decision?
This is an amazing opportunity, and the feedback is really priceless, so I'm thankful for that and for my sister being able to fill my shoes for the day.
Good job, sis.
Her swollen shoes.
My swollen shoes, yeah. This is huge for my life, my family, my career. I basically left my entire career behind to follow my passion, so my stomach is full of butterflies.
Which there's a ton of room for now.
It's time for Joe to consult with his experts before he makes his final decision.
All right, team, here we are. What do you guys think about edible?
I love her. I mean, she came in here, she pitched us on her due date. She left, she gave birth, she came back. If that's not an entrepreneur, I don't know what is.
It just speaks volume to me, that story, that passion.
So, Freddie, do you think this thing has potential to be in a big box retail?
It has major potential, Joe. There is nothing like that in the retail space right now. And it's a product that, to me, has longevity as long as she keeps reinventing the flavors. I see Christmas time, I see she has a cookie dough that is holiday related. Sugar cookie.
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread, exactly. It's just all types of things you can do to reinvent the product.
However, my concern is that there are issues with the packaging. Since it's a new product on the market, I think she needs to clearly say that you can't bake this stuff into cookies because right now it's not intuitive. So I think it's really just about clarifying that.
I agree with you 100%. But the biggest thing I see right now, Joe, is her overall price point. It's just a matter of creating a 4-pack so consumers get value for their money. So something to think about.
All right, I've heard both of you loud and clear. I have a decision. Let's bring them in.
Coming up.
The anticipation of the final decision is probably a lot harder than the anticipation of giving birth.
Here's the decision.
Rana came to Hatch Business Solutions in hopes of launching Edible into a national brand. At the Retail Challenge, consumers showed raw enthusiasm for her edible cookie dough.
Edible is delicious.
But our investor and his experts have major concerns.
The biggest thing I see right now, Joe, is her overall price point.
And now it's decision time. Has Rana done enough to walk away with an investment that will help turn her product into a household name?
The anticipation of the final decision is probably a lot harder than the anticipation of giving birth, because at least I know what I'm gonna get at the end of the birth.
So, ladies, how are you feeling right now?
Anxious.
Nervous.
All right, well, we certainly think you have a great product, and we see where you have potential. That said, there are some things you have to do to get that product ready for it to really fly. Here's the decision. We'd like to bring you to Hatch Business Solutions and help your product become all that it can be and make it all the way to retail.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
Incredible. Thank you. Woo! I'm so excited. This is amazing.
Good job, ladies.
Thank you so much.
And you epitomize what it means to be a scrappy, passionate entrepreneur. We can't wait to welcome you and your new little girl to the family.
Thank you.
I know she's going to be out there selling and helping pass out samples as soon as she can stand up.
It feels like the hard work has finally paid off, but at the same time, I think the hard work is just beginning.
Congratulations, ladies. You guys are going to rock the house.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My new baby, Emma, and Edible are being hatched on the same day. I don't think I'm ever going to sleep again.